Here's Pohnpei, here's Chuuk, so it's heading toward the Mariana Islands. The good news is it hasn't intensified much since yesterday. Bad news is it's starting to act a little erratically. So next slide, please. And this is just a color picture. We don't see any black in there right now, which is a good sign. But there was quite a bit last night. Next. And this is the water vapor. This shows that there's not much shear from the west. There's a trough out here. That could cause it to move a little bit toward the north, but the ridge is still pretty strong up to the north. What's happening is we're getting a lot of shear, a lot of strong winds out of the South Pacific. And that's, in fact, the winds here are about 60 or 70 knots at 50,000, 40 to 50,000 feet. So that's fairly detrimental to the storm right now. Next. And here was yesterday's picture. You can see the shear partially exposed. Here's today's picture, and it's just not any better organized than it was yesterday. Next. The wind field's still pretty good size, so here it is out here. This is the current forecast, and the current track is to the west-northwest and then heeling over back to the west. This is a little change in track, and you notice instead of a southern Guam, it's up on the northern part of Guam. We treat 30-mile changes as a little bit in the noise and not really significant, but this may be significant in that we're seeing some trend toward the north. Next. So this is just the uncertainty, and it starts to spread as we get into Guam now. Next. So position 1 p.m. today was 12 north, 154.5 east. It's about 625 miles east-southeast of Tinian and Saipan, about 665 miles east to east-southeast of Guam. So it's moving more up toward our latitude, which is good for us. It's moving toward the west-northwest at 23 miles per hour. So it was moving at 16 miles per hour, it's sped up to 23, that's 20 knots. So if it continues to do that, we're going to have to change our thinking about when we have to when we have to go to a warning. So we'll be watching this closely, say at the 8 o'clock warning tonight. And if it continues that fast motion, we may have to make some adjustments in the plan, let's say. So